Australian burgers versus American burgers. Who does it best? There can only be one winner, so let's find out who it's going to be. So each burger spot will get a score out of 10 on both their chips and burger. I'm factoring in taste, quality, and presentation. Then we'll combine the scores and see which country comes out on top. To keep it fair, I'm just going to be ordering a classic beef burger and chips at each location. We're going to be starting with Team Australia, with our first restaurant being Betty's Burgers. Hey, good, thank you. Can I get your Betty Classic, please? Just a burger and chips, thanks.
$18.90.
Perfect. Good, secured. I'm pretty excited for this one. Us Aussies have a little bit of a soft spot for Betty's. We definitely love it, and me especially. I really enjoy how they do their buns. Aesthetically look great and they're super soft, so looking forward to it for sure. This is also the first stop of the day, so I'm pretty damn hungry and it was hard not to get some other stuff. Name a better feeling than this. Chips look crunchy, burgers aesthetic as always. Presentation, definitely there. Looks great. But we're gonna start with the chips first. So, fresh. Soft in the middle, a little bit crunchy on the outside, not super crunchy, just a tad underdone though. Could be a bit softer and a bit more crunchy. And probably a little bit more salt, but all in all, it's not a bad chip. All right, now we're gonna do the burger. We got sauce in there, got tomato. I really like the diced onion. I'm not a massive fan of like the big chunks of onion, so diced onion's really good. A nice toasted bun as well. The patty is super crunchy. The bun's super soft, patty's crunchy, probably slightly overdone. Nothing crazy, just a little bit. Onion works well, tomato works well. All in all, a good burger. I'm gonna give the chips a rating of 7.2. I'm gonna give the burger a rating of a 7.8 out of 10. That's gonna give a total of 15 out of 20, which is a solid start for the Aussies. We're on to location 2 now, which is Grilled, a game for Australia. Then we're on to the USA. I'm going to be getting the Simply Grilled, which is just a classic burger, and I'm going to be getting the traditional bun. Could I just get the Simply Grilled, please, with a side of chips, just normal? Also, Pepsi Max are grilled, which I absolutely love. I'll take Pepsi over Coke, but I want to know what everyone else thinks. Coke or Pepsi? Thank you very much, mate. Appreciate it, thank you. All right, burgers here. Presentation, really good. Can't fold it. Chips are nicely stacked in, looking really good, pointing out the top. That's what I want there. Got all our different layers there. That's a good amount of sauce, and I absolutely love their herb mayo here. Gotta start with the chips. So these are steak cut, probably the similar size of Betty's, that's my favorite. But steak cut isn't bad. A little bit soggy, as you can see. Not super crunchy. Probably not the best chip. It tastes good. It's got the rosemary, I believe, flavouring. I like that. Salty, I like that. More salt than Betty's Burgers. But unfortunately, it's not crunchy and it's very soft. Now, onto the burger. I've never actually had a burger from Grilled. I've always got the chicken. So having a beef burger, I thought it was going to be a little bit dry. But it's super juicy, which was surprising. The bun's good, bun's crunchy, but also soft in the middle. The sauces work well, especially the herb and mayo. That's probably one of my favourite sauces going around. But yeah, super juicy. That's a good burger. Super fresh veggies, juicy burger, crunchy bun, soft on the inside. So the chips, a little bit disappointing. I'm gonna go a 6 out of 10 there. I know the burger doesn't look the best, but the taste is all there. It's a really good burger. I'm gonna go an 8.2 out of 10. So that's gonna give a combined score of 14.2 out of 20. Which is a solid score. Not as high as Betty's, but a solid score. All right, we're on to the first location for the US now, which is going to be Wendy's. We had a little bit of trouble getting here. It was raining, windy, but we've made it. So let's go to Wendy's. Classic single or combo. Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one, Eva.
You too. Thank you, man. So this is pretty cool for me. It's the first time I've been to Wendy's. This is the only store in Australia. I think I seen something yesterday that they're going to try and get over 200 stores in here over the next 10 years. Looking forward to this one. Should be a really good experience. I've accidentally clicked takeaway, so presentation. I'm not going to deduct points. That's my fault. It's very small. All right, starting with the chips. They look golden and delicious, actually. Crunchy and soft in the middle. It's probably our best chip so far. Right amount of salt. This is my favourite cut of chip. Not like a small French fry, but also not too big like a steak cut chip. I'm impressed. These are good chips. I'm going to rate the chips an 8 out of 10. It's a great start for the USA. Onto the burger now. It is very small, but I like the presentation. A little bit of cheese melting on the outside. The bun looks perfect. A little bit of toast on the bottom, nothing crazy. Good amount of sauce. Patty looks average, but we will see. Not the best one so far. The bun's probably a day old. It's not super soft in the middle, nothing like the Betty's. The patty, it's juicy, but it's lacking flavour. I can't even taste any of the meat. And I'm getting a weird taste of butter or margarine, so they must have used a decent amount of that. I'm probably gonna rate it a 6 out of 10. Hello, this is Jackson from the future. I've been reflecting over my Wendy's order, and I rated that burger way too high. I gave it a 6, I believe, and I'm gonna say a 4, and that's being generous. It was not a good burger, so I can't give it a 6. I'm gonna say a 4. Good thing I'm not rating the drinks, because that tastes like soda water. There's no flavour in there at all. So we're on our way to the last location, which is gonna be Wahlburgers. So let's see if it brings it home for USA, or if us Aussies can stay on top. I think we'll be going with the Our Burger, which is Chef Paul's choice. So beef patty, lettuce, tomato, onion, pickles, American cheese, and the Wahlburger sauce. I love it when restaurants have these QR codes, because it saves a lot of time, super efficient, and I don't have to talk to anyone. The thing I'm most excited about with this burger is it's got pickles, and I absolutely love pickles. Thank you very much. This looks nice, really nice. Chips are golden again, looking crunchy too. So we'll start with our chips. Good amount of salt. I don't think they're as good as Wendy's, but they're definitely the second best chips by far. I did pay a little bit extra here, but the portion is a great size. Now the chips golden, good amount of salt, crunchy, and they're fresh, they're hot. That's one thing that's been lacking today. A lot of the chips haven't been hot. These are actually hot. Just lacking a tiny bit of flavour. That's the only reason it's not as good as Wendy's. Onto the burger now. It looks pretty damn good. The bun was looking good before I squashed it. Nice toasted on the bun again. The beef burger is a little bit thicker in this one, so similar to the grilled one. I like how the cheese is melted over the top, and obviously love that there's pickles in here. Would have liked 4 just to fill the back end of the burger, but I'm just happy we got them. There's also shredded lettuce, which is the first time we've had shredded lettuce today. Super flavourful, that burger. It's a little bit tough though. It's not as tender as some of the other ones we've had, but the flavour is really good there. I'm just gonna grab one more bite. Super juicy, as you can see here, dripping out. The Wahlburger sauce on there, lovely. Only sauce that's been better so far is the one from Grilled. But yeah, all in all, this is a really good burger, really good chips. I'm gonna give the chips a rating of 7.8 out of 10. And the burger, I'm gonna give that a rating of 7.8 also. So that gives us a combined score of 15.6, which I think is the highest of the day. So really good way to end here. All right, so that's all the locations hit. We've got all the scores in now. And the video was about burgers, so we're gonna base it off the burgers first and then give a total with the chips included. So if we look at the burgers, we got Australia out on top with 16 out of 20. We got the USA 11.8 out of 20. And if we include the chips for our overall scores, we still got Australia out on top, but it's a little bit closer here. So Australia had 29.2 and the USA had 28.6. And if Wendy's wasn't so shit, I think the USA would have had it in the bag. So let me know what you think in the comments. If you got some recommendations, I'd love to hit them in the future. But if you enjoyed the video, give it a like, subscribe. I'm gonna have plenty more videos to come.